What's up guys, it's Avery here. There's a lot going on in the investing world right now. You're sitting bored at home, the government is sending stimulus, that guy you knew from high school who has hashtag entrepreneur in their Instagram bio is telling you every 30 seconds to go and buy Bitcoin. Gary Vee is yelling at you through your phone to go and buy non-fungible tokens, and you're headed down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos about how to get started in investing so that you don't yeet all of your money into a stock purely out of FOMO. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can actually get started in investing. What's up and welcome to the channel. If you're interested in hearing more about real estate investing, personal finance, and potentially watching me renovate from time to time, hit that subscribe button, comment, and like. Help me out for that YouTube algorithm. I'm not here to just put out a bunch of clickbaitable titles. I actually want to help you get started going and understanding what you can do with your money so you can generate wealth for you and for generations to come. Right now, it's really easy to get overwhelmed with investing. There are so many new people hopping onto various platforms, investing their money in the stock market, which is great, but a lot of people aren't taking the time to understand how they're investing their money, and they're just investing their money based purely off of Elon Musk tweets. I'm making this video because I want to go over how to invest, what platform to use, what to invest in, how much you should invest, and my philosophy around investing. If you guys have been to the channel before, you know I absolutely love real estate investing as an investment vehicle. There are so many benefits. There's monthly cash flow, there are tax benefits, there's principal pay down, and there's appreciation and growth in value of your property. But I wanted to talk about investing in the stock market, which is something that I also do in order to gain wealth. If you're getting started in investing, the first thing that you need to do is pick a platform to invest your money with. People love Robinhood and Webull because you can just open your phone and download the app, and there's no commission trades, and they're just really easy to use, and they target a lot of new investors. And I'm not saying anything good or bad about these apps, but I personally don't use them. And anything that I mention in this video, I'm not sponsored by. None of this is an ad. I have like 100 subscribers, so if you think any of these are ads, then you really need to learn about how YouTube works. When looking at investment platforms, there are really two types. There is that new age, that ease of use, the no fees, like the Robinhood or the Webull, or there is the old school, Vanguard, Fidelity, and those institutional brokerage accounts where people have put millions of dollars of their money, and that's more where I sit. A lot of people are using Robinhood and Webull because they're easy to get started, easy to get going, and you can just open your phone, download the app, and start investing right away. The reason I don't use Robinhood or Webull like many people do, and like many of these personal finance YouTubers have free links in the description so you can get stocks, is because they are geared towards those newbie investors. And there's nothing wrong with being a newbie investor. Everyone has to start somewhere, but there is not a lot of historical use of investing with those platforms, and people who use those platforms typically aren't using a lot of money. And I plan to invest a lot of my money over time. I actually had a video talking about how I save 80% of my income. I'll put that up here, and I invest most of the rest. So make sure that you use the correct platform based on your goals. If you're looking to invest a little bit of money and just start learning about stocks, a place like Robinhood or Webull could be good for you. If you're looking for long-term growth and being able to retire and live off of your stocks and your investments, I would recommend a place like Vanguard or Fidelity. There are really two different ways to invest your money. You can either do it very actively, looking at company financials, understanding their expense ratios and the dividend that those shares will pay out, or you can be really passive and invest in low-cost index funds like VTI or VTSAX. Those are two that I highly recommend. Now, obviously, do your own research, and if you're buying with Fidelity, you're probably not going to want to buy a Vanguard low-cost index fund. And if you're buying with Vanguard, you're not going to want to buy a Fidelity low-cost index fund. A lot of people's strategy right now for what to invest in is they don't really know, and they're just buying what they've heard. Or a lot of people just look at Elon Musk's Twitter account, and then when he tweets about something, they go and buy that. And that is definitely not what you want to be doing. You need to understand where your money is going. The number one most important thing with investing is knowing what you're doing with your money. You should never invest in anything you don't understand. A lot of people have been buying Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies because they've seen a lot of other people get rich and pretty quickly. And yes, there are a lot of good utilities with cryptocurrencies, but if you don't understand them, don't put your money in it. Do the upfront work. Just watch a bunch of YouTube videos. It's not that hard. and read various articles, do whatever. Just get yourself up to the point where you feel comfortable putting your money in there rather than getting super nervous about putting your money in and hoping for a return. Investing your money can be stressful, so the more you understand it and the more you know about that specific stock or currency that you're paying into, the better you'll feel about your investment and the better you'll sleep at night. The whole point of investing is not to get super stressed out. You want to let the hard work of that money that you've earned work hard for you rather than continuing just earning money and letting it devalue over time because of inflation. Knowing how much to invest is a really important question, and depending on the risk of what you're investing in, how much money you're willing to lose. I think it's really important before you start investing that you build up 3 to 6 months of expenses. I personally have more than that in a savings account that earns you some money, and I put my money in a high yield savings account, and if you want to open one of those up, check out the description below. But I would put my money in a high yield savings account that gives me 6 months of leeway if there's an emergency, like I get fired or there's something that happens within my family so that I need some money, and if I have to go away from work for a bit. So it's important before you start investing that you have some money saved up. How much to invest is also really dependent on what your goals are. If you're saving up for a down payment for a property, I wouldn't think that you would want to put all of that money into the stock market. Yes, it's very possible that you hit the stock market at the right time and your investing fund, that down payment fund, is going up and up and up, but it's also possible that you invested your money at the top and your down payment fund is going down compared to you just keeping it in a savings account. How much you invest really boils down to how much your expenses are. So being able to handle those expenses while still investing the rest. And if you're young and your only responsibility is yourself, you don't have family, you don't have other things going on, invest as much as possible. If you put $5,000 into the market at age 20 versus $5,000 into the market at age 30, that is a huge difference when looking at historical returns. Your money is going to do a lot more for you when you're younger because it has more time in the market to grow, and that time of 10 years you're going to earn a whole lot more money of return in the stock market than you were if you didn't have those 10 years. Now that we've looked at various platforms that you could put your money in, what you could invest in being active or passive, and how much of that money that you should put in, let's take a look at my philosophy for investing. Like I said, I absolutely love real estate investing, and if you're interested in hearing more about that, go and check out my channel. I have a ton of videos on that stuff, but here we're talking about investing in the stock market. And similarly to real estate investing, my philosophy is put it in, buy and hold, let it sit there for as long as possible, and have time be on your side so that your money can increase and grow for as long as possible. If you don't touch it and let it sit, historically, you earn about a 7 to 8% return with these low-cost index funds. And you literally don't have to think. Instead, you can put your money in using an automatic savings plan and automatically just buy those various shares of VTI or VTSAX or whatever low-cost index fund you're interested in, and then go watch TV and maybe make some cool YouTube videos in hopes that people will like, comment, and subscribe and support you because they appreciate your free advice. Another reason why I like passive investing over active investing is because when you're actively investing and you sell a stock and you make a profit, some of that money goes to the brokerage and some of that money goes to the government. The great thing about passive investing is if you hold your money in for long enough, your tax rate goes way down, and if you never sell, you're not paying any money on those capital gains because they're not yet realized. Now, consult a CPA and do your own research about what I'm saying, but from my understanding, that's how it works. The reason this is my philosophy is because I value my time more than anything. Yes, money is great and it will help you out in the long run, but the most important asset you have in your life is your time. The time that you spend with people that you care about, the people that you love, with your family, and working on yourself and potentially building a business or whatever you want to do with your time, it's the most important asset that you have. And I absolutely love getting time back. If I know that my money is working for me, I'm getting dividend income based on some of these low-cost index funds and not really thinking about it, then that's exactly what I want. I want to spend other time doing more important things like working on relationships, working on myself, making really good YouTube videos that everyone watches, and making sure that I can make money in other ways. Beginning in investing can be scary because you're worried about that hard-earned money that you have, and if you don't have a lot of excess, you're thinking that you might lose it and you'd rather just hold on to it. But it's actually a lot more risky to hold on to that money. The bank will pay you next to nothing in terms of interest, but investing your money in the stock market or in other various platforms will help it grow and help your money do more for you and allow your money to work rather than you working for more money and trading all of your time for money. As I said, time is your most important asset, and if you have enough money in the stock market, you could get a lot of time back. You could eventually get enough money in the stock market so that you could live off of your dividend income or live off of taking a certain percentage of your income out of that investing account while that money continues to grow in perpetuity. I hope you guys got some value from that video and you feel a little bit better about investing your money and have some options to do that. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the video if you're interested in hearing more about real estate investing or other personal finance techniques and what you can do with your money. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you guys next time.